This is my story, but I'm going to leave it to Mike to introduce properly because he has a very different viewpoint to myself and I think probably Jon. It's about Google getting fined for their facial recognition feature in Illinois. Anyway, it's today's not so critical update.
Google has a feature in their Photos application that will identify faces and put people into albums or group them via facial recognition. This goes against Illinois law. They were sued. They were found liable. They had to pay $100 million in fines. Peter shared this and kind of sarcastically said, at least their fine budget will remain largely intact. I, on the other hand, I'm totally against the decision in this case because I love this facial recognition feature. I will be pissed if it goes away. I use it all the time. I have an album set up that anytime I take a picture of me, my wife, my kid, or my dog, it automatically gets put in one
celebrities
album.
That he's
And I love that feature. I don't have to go and categorize it.
But what were we talking about earlier? You were saying who's the person that lives in your hometown? Taylor Swift or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was Taylor Swift.
So that album
again, doxing me. Thank you, Peter.
Your wife, cool. Or oh god, that really is, isn't it? Anybody could make that leap of she's from your hometown, and they can look that up, which is
that's right, Peter.
We could
Peter literally can't help himself.
I can't help it
just comes out of him.
If Peter knows a detail about your personal life, it will be on this show. He's done it to people in Discord. He's done it to both of us.
This is the greatest revelation. This is the biggest tool for OSINT researchers if they ever want to figure shit out on us.
Sorry,
they'll just watch episodes.
Hey, I'm just going to get subscribers. Now go and piss someone off and make them want to hack you. So come and watch all the
Peter's grand plan.
Anyway, well, Katy Perry living in your hometown, yeah. I was going to make a joke about you having a folder full of her photos of her and using it to stalk her, but it's not funny anymore.
If I
did. All right.
Yeah. If I had that many photos with her, I would definitely set up a Google Face match to have them categorized for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's your take on this story? Well, the original point was that they lost this lawsuit in Illinois. They had to pay $100 million. I think that's a travesty of justice. This is an awesome feature. I definitely want to see more of it.
Is this a class action? Do a bunch of people get this money?
$200 to $400 each per person.
Okay, I honestly which I thought was class action. Feels like it's such small amounts to the people, and lawyers get to walk away with 20 mil.
That was my point. It's Google paid $100 million from this class action lawsuit,
change.
Yeah, it's pocket change.
Yeah, imagine if it was 10 billion, right? Or whatever. It would be a good chunk of change.
Yeah, and then it would actually maybe Google would think twice about developing these invasive features in the first place. It's what we say all the time, Mike. You're living in which I'm surprised because you're normally all about the dystopian nightmare. Every geek's fetish future or utopian future is one step away from a dystopian nightmare. It's massively privacy invasive. Privacy invading. I don't know what the term is,
but it's not doing something useful for me, and I like it.
Yeah,
Previously is a good business name.
Yeah, Previously. Oh,
so if I'm walking down the street and my neighbor's Nest doorbell cam picks me up and it puts the police now recognize my face and put me in one of their files, I don't probably love that.
Yeah. Thank you for proving my point there, for giving me a good illustration of why.
I mean, I don't have anything to worry about because I'm white, and those systems are notoriously racist,
biased.
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
okay,
at least
biased.
I don't think a system can be racist, but I think a system can be biased towards or against a race.
I mean, the applications are absolutely biased. It's terrible.
That what racism is?
Well, I just mean like a program can't be racist, right?
I know what you mean. What you mean, but I'm thinking about it now, and I think that is exactly what racism is.
Yeah,
for whatever reason,
it's a bias against a race. Yeah, for
right.
sure.
Even if it's inadvertent, like you know.
But I guess I see racism as like being a racist versus now we're really going on the philosophy, not so philosophical
update. It's just not so.
Or is it so?
Okay, last episode of the recording this evening, so we're going a bit off track. No, I know what you mean. But then again, you could argue that racist people are they're just imitating what they've been taught, right? You know, racist kids running around saying the N-word. That's just
terrible.
Yeah, but then these AIs, they're doing the same thing.
Well, this happened, and they said that Tay was her name. Tay, the Twitter bot, Microsoft's Twitter bot. I think
it was Microsoft, right?
I think so. What was it? Tay, the anti-Semite bot. That's what it was, right? It was something like that. Basically, 4chan attacked it because it learned from users interacting with it. 4chan attacked it and made it. Oh, it was a Holocaust denier.
2016, this happened. Yeah. The Twitter trained Tay, Microsoft's AI, to be a racist in less than a day.
That's it.
Yeah.
And obviously Tay isn't racist because Tay does not understand most likely
the thing.
What racism is.
It's a good point. That's what I'm saying. Racism isn't like an inherent belief that you're better than other races.
Well, but that is exactly what racism
that is.
What
it is.
That is the definition, Peter.
Oh, okay, but
nailed it.
Yeah,
you got really that exactly wrong.
Like wow.
Like literally 180 degrees.
I think literally is actually the word, like definition. That was it.
Okay. Correct. And what I was actually trying to say was the opposite of what I said. The words that came out of my mouth.
Convenient.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I mean that you could argue that a computer believes that it is better because that's what it's been taught. So when it says all people called Mike are, I don't know.
Peter, do you think all computers are sentient now?
But
does it need to be sentient? That's the thing.
Yes, because it needs to know that it can. Computers.
This
can
is a weird conversation.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like futurology, but also philosophy. It's weird. Anyway, let's break this down. Let's break this.
Put this one out on a Sunday. Come on, I like it.
Exactly. Think of it this way, Peter. A computer is only a parrot.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. A computer is a parrot. It only repeats either what we told it because we have set it to learn from us, right? So it will only repeat what it's been learned, or what it's been taught, or there's no or. That's it. That's where it ends. Because just like with Tay.
No, but that's the whole point about AI. That's what AI is trying to do, is replicate the conclusions, the jump into new thoughts, new conclusions.
So it concludes that the Holocaust didn't happen. Obviously it did, but that's what
let's say a computer is a mirror and it's showing ourselves back to us.
Yeah. It's all about the training data, right?
But it's a reflection.
We are the training data.
Mike is laughing.
John bought into that. Let's say that. It was good. I'm in.
It was good.
I bought into it too, mate.
Because it was good. Especially with Tay.
I was trolling, but Tay, have at it.
Sure. Well, listen, Tay mirrored what all of Twitter said, right? And majority of what Twitter said was racist bullshit. So Tay will echo all the racist bullshit. Does that make Tay racist?
So I'm listening to an interesting book right now. Let me just look.
I love that phrase, listening to an interesting book. That could never have happened 20 years ago.
Called System Error,
future, baby.
Where big tech went wrong and how we can reboot. And it's about like ethics and technology. And they kind of talk about this because a lot of the text, like the software, this innovation is largely biased towards the orientation and background of the founders of these companies, and there's not a ton of diversity among those founders in Silicon Valley. And so the book is about a lot of these same issues. Super, super interesting. Also a recent episode of the Some More News YouTube channel, which I love. I think I've recommended to you guys a couple times. The guy's style isn't for everyone, but he talks about the rise of the surveillance state in this country. Super, super interesting. I recommend both of those resources talking about these exact topics.